Hello, fellow grave crawlers, and welcome to ZTV Reviews. I am Paper Zombie, your host with you as always. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about episode 2 of It, Welcome to Derry. Alright, let's just get right into it. Spoilers incoming. This episode was leaps and bounds better than the pilot. This is how the pilot should have come out of the gate, instead of that F- garbage that we got. First up, Teddy, Phil, and Phil's little sister, Susie, are gone. They died in the previous episode during the fiasco with bad CGI Demon Baby. This event puts Ronnie's father, Hank, on the he done it train, since he's the one who runs the theater and is the only other person who would have had access. Speaking of Ronnie, she gets to have her first personal encounter with it, and Lily gets to have her second. And let me tell you, it does a number on these girls like Fear is about to go out of style in the next 5 minutes. For Ronnie, pulling the covers up over her head while in bed leads to that mess turning into a womb. Ronnie has to break free from it in a scene similar to the birthing process. Once she's out, we find out why Ronnie's mother seems to be absent. She died giving birth to Ronnie. That's the form that it is taken. And Mommy decides that she wants Ronnie back in her belly. And when I say back in her belly, yeah. And that appendage you see coming out of that thing's mouth, that's an umbilical cord. It's attached to Ronnie. It uses that to try and reel her back in. Ronnie is able to get free though, and just before it is about to really sock it to her, she's rescued by her father and grandmother. And that's what I think makes it such a terrifying monster to deal with. It can come for you anytime, any place, anywhere. Like, you don't have to be asleep. You don't have to be out there having sex in the forest. You could be in the supermarket, minding your own business, doing shopping for your mother, and ta-da! That fool is there and on you like he is dog and you are leg. And let me tell you, the setup in the supermarket scene is slick. We already know at this point that Lily doesn't have daddy issues because her father was involved in a fatal accident at his workplace. The joke the kids use to bully Lily is that they'll be finding her dad's body parts in pickle jars forever. And that's what it uses against her. Yeah, it's definitely a saw it coming from a mile away thing, but the way that the scene is executed changes a predictable saw it coming moment into a saw it coming, ooh, but not like this moment. We also deal with a conflict between Ronnie and Lily, where Ronnie wants to tell the authorities the truth about the theater, no matter how insane it sounds, in order to clear her father's name. But Lily is reluctant to tell the truth because she's already been to the nut house once after her father's death, and she isn't looking to go back. The messed up part? Lily winds up going back anyway because of the scene she caused at the supermarket. On top of that, she gets tricked into answering a question that gets Hank arrested. So yeah, that's our kids. Back at the military base, our plot with Leroy thickens when we find out just how those steampunk guys managed to traipse into and out of the base without issue. It was a test put on by Leroy's superiors, and they were trying to gauge his knowledge and loyalty. Now, for what, you may ask? How about a top secret mission called Operation Precept? Its purpose? To find a weapon. A weapon that is said to generate pure fear in anything it comes into contact with. We're also introduced to Leroy's wife, Charlotte, and his son, Will. Will is Ben version 2.0, but he's not the movie version of Ben. He's the book version. In the movies, Ben was the one who knew about Derry's traumatic history, but that's not Ben from the book. Ben from the book was the smart, quiet one of the group. In fact, he was the smartest. He had recently moved to Derry, so thus, he knew nothing about the town. Mike Hanlon was the one who knew about Derry's traumatic history, but for some odd reason, that got changed when they did the movies. We also get to meet 3 more airmen who are also serving on the military base. Airman Reggie Davis, Airman Loverboy Jax, yes, that's the only name I could find for him, and Airman Dick Halloran. If that latter name sounds familiar to some of you, it should. This is the very same Dick Halloran who appears in The Shining. Yes, Dick Halloran was actually in Derry in his earlier days. This is a detail that up until now has only appeared in the book. We find out that Dick is also part of Operation Precept, and he's been using his shine to try and help locate the weapon. And that's what this episode closes on. An automobile unearthed from a dig site that he's overseeing, filled with the bodies of those long deceased. So what did you all think about this episode? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you next time.